Hi, I'm Frank from the Watchdog team, and today we're looking at another questionable project that tries to look like a serious broker, but under the hood raises too many alarms to ignore. Lumenark Nexus markets itself as the all-in-one trading solution, cutting-edge market data, top analysts, instant execution, and round-the-clock support. The website paints a confident picture. Slick slogans, promises of low spreads, and access to stocks, indices, crypto, and metals. But our deeper dive into lumenarknexus.com tells a different story. The domain was registered very recently, late July 2025, and there's no trace of a long operating history, real offices, verifiable leadership, or an established reputation. That's the first red flag. Legitimate brokers don't typically spring up overnight and expect users to hand over their money based on marketing copy alone. On the surface, the terms look familiar. A modest minimum deposit, leverage touted at 1 to 100, and a list of supported instruments. But what's striking is what's missing. There's no evidence of any regulatory license from reputable authorities, nothing in FCA, SISEC, ASIC, or similar registries. No third-party audits, no segregation of client fund statements, no legal entity disclosed in a way that's verifiable. When a platform can't or won't show its regulatory credentials, that absence is not a minor oversight. It's a structural risk. No license means no mandated oversight, no obligatory protection of client funds, and no clear route for recourse if things go wrong. The platform itself looks like smoke and mirrors. Screenshots and embedded price charts are clearly pulled from public sources like TradingView, yet the site does not acknowledge any official partnership. A real broker will link to its tech, show login flows, demonstrate platform traffic, or provide verified client testimonials. Lumenark Nexus does none of that. Traffic checks show virtually no organic visits to the site, which is strange for a company claiming to serve active traders. In short, the so-called trading terminal is nothing more than a facade, a picture that gives the illusion of live markets while actual trading infrastructure and independent volume are absent. The people behind a financial service matter. The site names a CEO, Barry Werman, and that name, when checked against open sources, is tied in some reports to questionable ventures. That alone doesn't prove anything, but it amplifies suspicion. Profiles and track records of leadership are standard disclosures for legitimate firms. When you can't independently verify who's running the show, you're left trusting an anonymous entity with your capital, and that's risky behavior. The onboarding funnel on sites like this is deliberately engineered to be frictionless at first, easy registration, immediate access to a dashboard, and friendly outreach from account managers. That's the hooks. Once you're in and have funded an account, the dynamic changes. Requests for further verification, demands for additional deposits to unlock profit, and a flurry of reasons why withdrawals can't be processed immediately. Classic scripts surface: extra taxes, AML checks, insurance fees, until the client either pays more or the account goes dark. We see this pattern time and again: small initial payouts to build trust, then escalating demands and disappearing support when larger sums are requested to be returned. Payment methods are another warning sign. Platforms that push cryptocurrency as a primary deposit mechanism deserve extra caution. Crypto transfers are irreversible and provide little practical recourse. Lumenark Nexus accepts crypto among other methods, and that, combined with lack of regulation, is a red combination. Even where traditional payment rails are offered, the site provides no clear, legally binding disclosures about transfer limits, processing timelines, or fee schedules. User dashboards reportedly misrepresent balances and trade histories, which is consistent with systems engineered to display fake profits and keep users engaged while funds are locked. Contactability, the ability to reach a real person at a real address, is a hallmark of legitimate financial services. Lumenark Nexus lists an Austrian phone number and a Vienna address, but the independent checks indicate no verifiable office presence there. No social channels, no corporate filings, and no traceable corporate structure. And when a company prefers email forms to transparent, verifiable contact channels, it's often because it wants to make itself hard to pin down once complaints mount. Emotionally, the stories are predictable and painful. People seduced by the warm, confident onboarding, the flattering attention of account reps, and the first small withdrawals, then the slow squeeze, requests for more funds, pressure to seize the opportunity, and ultimately the silence when the client asks for their money back. The psychological play is as important as the technical one. Social proof, fear of missing out, and the belief that just a little more and I'll be safe are exploited to devastating effect. So what should a prospective user do when faced with Lumenark Nexus? First, pause, verify, demand proof of regulation and audited statements, cross-check domain registration dates and corporate filings, look for verified independent reviews on reputable forums, and check whether any regulator has issued warnings. If a platform insists on crypto payments as the easiest or preferred route, consider that a serious pitfall. And if you've already engaged and suspect wrongdoing, preserve everything, emails, screenshots, payment receipts, and contact your bank about chargebacks immediately. Consider seeking specialists who help victims recover funds. Collective complaints and early reporting increase the chance of action. To be blunt, Lumenark Nexus shows too many classic markers of a risky, potentially fraudulent scheme to be treated as a legitimate broker. A shiny website and slick marketing do not replace transparency, regulation, and verifiable operational history. In the realm of finance, especially trading, prudence trumps promises. Avoid platforms that hide licenses, obscure their leadership, or offer a polished facade with no substantive proof beneath. Protect your capital and your personal data, because once both are in the hands of a dubious operator, recovery becomes an uphill battle. If you've had contact with Lumenark Nexus or suspect you've been targeted, document everything, notify your payment provider, and consider legal advice. The more people who report such schemes, the harder it becomes for them to vanish and start anew. Stay skeptical, stay informed, and treat some flashy offers with a healthy dose of wariness. Your future self will thank you. Lost money with a broker? Find out how to get it back. Contact us at watchdogonline@proton.me. Leave your name and phone number so we can get back to you. The Watchdog Online team stands guard over your safety. Together we will make the internet better.